Hello, everyone. Good morning. I can see we've got Trish, Tish, and Catherine already here with us. Great to see you guys, and there's a few others. As always, if you're watching this later, welcome, and I hope you enjoy what I'm bringing you today. And yeah, great to see you, Catherine. So working on this one was next to earlier. Lisa Chat's working on this one. Look, chats are a complete mystery, Trish. And when I go back to my recordings and my replays later on YouTube, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Who knows how chats work? They're a complete and utter mystery. so it's great to see that this is working for you, and feel free, chat away, ask me questions if you like. If I'm talking on the recording, I will answer in the chat. If not, I'll probably answer in person. Hi, Lethargy. Great to see you. All right. So today, well, first of all, it's just gone 6:45 here in Penang. It's still dark. Um, Things are pretty consistent here, as you probably have already worked out, most of you. Hey, Cheryl. Great to see you. And we are about 3/4 of an hour away from sunrise. The sky will sort of slowly start to lighten during the course of this presentation. And I've got 2 or 3 recordings here for you today. So, hi, Ronnie Lynn. So, what's going to happen is in between recordings, we'll check what the sky looks like. I'll be sort of ducking over here and seeing what the sky looks like. And if it's gorgeous, I'll turn the laptop around and give you an opportunity to have a look at it. So I've got 2 really short clips to start with, and they are other temples that we've visited that weren't long enough for a tour in and of themselves before we get to the main beautiful Chinese temple that I want to show you. What have we been doing for the last couple of days? We've been really busy. 2 days ago, I went up to the tallest building in Penang and walked on one of those glass skywalks. That's going to be a tour. I'm going to bring that to you as a tour. I also got tethered up to a wire thing and walked on the outside um, with a guide, and and yeah, it's very, very cool. So I just need to get all of that video and put it all together, and that's a tour. Yesterday we went up to the top of Penang Hill, so that involved taking the funicular train, the longest in Southeast Asia, I think it is. And then right up the top, we went for a forest walk. And in actual fact, it was featured. If any of you saw the last series, I think, of Amazing Race, it was featured in that. So there was a circular um, walk right up the top of the hill, and then there's a long suspension bridge and a forest trail, and it, all up on the top of Penang Hill, and that was featured in Amazing Race. Look, I don't have a fear of heights, Tish, and I guess it's a personal thing. So for me, it was totally fine to go up to the top of to go out on that glass skywalk. What I was curious about, though, is I've seen some really interesting videos of some of those bridges in China where there's a special effect, and when you walk on the glass, it has a crackle effect. I was hoping there wasn't any of that. But yes, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'll give you fair warning when I bring that tour, so that you know when I'm about to go out on the glass, just in case there's anyone who needs to hold on to the arms of their chair as I go. All right, and what else have we done? Gosh, we've been so busy. I'm just trying to think what videos I've got lined up for editing. Yes, the crackle sound effects. There was none of that, so that's all good. Okay, let's get into it. So the first little video, it's only short, is where we went to a Hindu temple right by the water, and it's a lovely little temple, and it's situated right on the water, overlooking the beach, and it's really pretty. So that's just a short little video. Let's get into that one. So it's called the Sri. Oh, that one there. I missed the name. That wasn't long enough. Yes, there's a bird calling, Tina, in the background. And welcome. Hi, Tina. Lovely to see you. And apologies if the camera work is a little unsteady. I wasn't planning to do any videoing this day, so I didn't have my gimbal with me, and I just really tried to keep it as steady as possible. Sri Aluvang Muniswara, I think is how you say that. Let me just get me out of the way. So as always with Hindu temples, there's facilities to wash your feet before you enter the temple. Hi, Mary Lou. And this is the first temple I think I've seen where horses were featured predominantly. And there was a family here at the same time as us. So we tried, hi Trisha, welcome, lovely to see you. So we tried not to, or I tried not to get in their way, you know, give them space while I was there as well. And that bird on that rock is a statue. Oh, we have all the Trishas and Tishas here. And I don't know the names of these deities in this temple. Vibrant colours. and then just in this lovely, peaceful location overlooking the sea. They have impressive moustaches, these deities, don't they? And here's one with a full beard. And Ganesh, who features in, I'd venture to say, probably all Hindu temples. So the main shrine or main altar, again, I don't know who that deity is on this occasion. And all the Hindu temples I've been to, the main deity is different. Good old Ganesh, yeah. They're barnacles. Ganesh could be a guide, all those arms. Yes, he can certainly point in lots of directions. All right, so that was just the little brief video of the Hindu temple on the north of the island of Penang. Let me show you where we are. I'll just bring up where we are now. As you know, we're in Penang. Let me just bring up, here it is. Yep, here we go. Okay. So there we are. I can't move around on the map unless I'm looking at it. So bear with me. I will just scoot across here. Hopefully you're still looking at this. So this is where Penang is, where the blue dot is. That's where we are in relation to, I'll zoom in a little, Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital down here. So far on our journey, we have been to Singapore, Malacca, Kuala Lumpur, Ipoh, and as you can see, we're heading north. So this is Penang. It's an island off the coast of Malaysia. And you can see all my blue dots on the map is where I'm, all the places that I've bookmarked, hoping to maybe go to. I've accomplished some of them. So we are located just here where this blue dot is. And the temple that we just looked at was out along this road here. I think it might have been, actually, I think it might have been right where that blue dot is. Oh no, that's the floating mosque. It was a little further around, so it might have been about there. Okay, so back to here. There we go. So the next little video that I have to show is a temple in the area of Georgetown, which is called Little India, known as Little India. It's just sort of on the edge of that. It's not an Indian temple; it's a Chinese temple, but it's very different to all the Chinese temples that we've been to previously. And then I finish up with a little bit of street art. So let's get that one going. And this is the temple, the Tokong Hanjiang. It's a Hokkien temple, which was utilised by the Hakka people. of Penang. But the artwork in here is just beautiful. Completely different to other Chinese temples that we visited. And it is in a very, very busy urban area, so there is background street noise. I absolutely adore these side panels, the paintings. They were just beautiful. Then we come to the doorway, and as is typical with all temples, there's a barrier that requires you to step over it. And apparently, the reason for that is so that while you're watching your feet, you are showing deference or uh, humbleness as you enter the temple. So these are the guardians, the warrior guardians, the protectors. Trish. That's why I'm here doing it for you. So you don't have to save you the trouble of dealing with heights and obstacles. We're walking through at this point a sunken area because it's open to the elements. Um, it is lower than the parts that are undercover, so that when it rains, it doesn't flood the main halls and it drains off. Hi, Sarah. Great to see you. So this fellow was putting incense in the vase over there. So there's another doorway barrier just there. And there was a plaque there to do with its award for being an important place of heritage, a heritage listed site. So there's lots of gilt, lots of rich dark timber, but it's the painted panels that drew my eye as I was walking through this temple. That would be the main central altar. And the furniture is just beautiful as well. It's inlaid with some kind of shell or mother of pearl, I think. So there you see again the sunken area where water would drain away during rain events. Up the top on the roof, we have this beautiful detail with people and animals. There's horses up there. And then another door barrier. Lots of opportunities to show deference as you move through the temple. And I think this is a dedication to um, people who have passed away. So there appear to be like individual medallions and plaques throughout this hall. So it's kind of a memorial hall. So much gold leaf in these places. And this temple we literally just stumbled on. So we headed somewhere else. In fact, we just had breakfast. We were headed off to see something else, and we turned a corner, and this was here. There are literally temples everywhere. It's a little bit difficult to pick out the details on some of these, but they're just so ornately carved and decorated. And then this table. How would you like that in your dining room? I've seen similar in Malacca and also with Alvin in Singapore. So I suspect that this is Nonya or Peranakan heritage, this particular piece of furniture. Can you see yourself having your Chinese takeaway at that table? I'm not sure what they use that for. Haven't quite figured that one out. But there's one of these in every temple we've been to as well. It's an incinerator of some sort. And then there's a series of panels, and I suspect that these are donors. It's all in Chinese, so I've got no idea what they refer to, but they're possibly donors to the temple. Richard and I were trying to speculate on why there are so many temples. Yeah, I don't think it's for incense. No, I think it might be an incinerator. I don't think it's for incense. I have no idea what it's for, Tish. Um, I speculated that something fell. I speculated that, I wonder if it's like a bequest, the way that these temples come about. As in, if a wealthy Chinese person passes away and maybe they have no one to leave their inheritance to, maybe they just, um, dedicate it to the building of a temple. Now that there is an Indian temple, that's a Hindu temple, and we were able to see inside it, go inside it, but I wasn't allowed to film inside it. So I've just got a very brief little bit about on the outside of it. It is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous temple, this one. But sadly, we weren't allowed to. I wasn't allowed to video inside, and it was literally right across the road from that Chinese temple we were in. So this shows you how early we were there in the morning. We caught it still under light, and I managed to get about 5 seconds from the front door, just looking inside the entrance. Isn't she beautiful? And that's all I managed to get. So here we have a little bit of street art now, just a couple of minutes, wandering around some of the streets in Georgetown. There's a mosque over there. And the artist for these ones, we saw his work in Ipoh as well. I've forgotten his name. It's terrible, isn't it? But he incorporates actual objects into his street art. No, it's not Banksy. I need to get the name. I'm really sorry, Tina. I should have had that to hand. I saw one in Ipoh where it was a rickshaw, and it was embedded into the wall art. And there's another one coming up that you'll see where it looks like you're sitting on a swing. So I think he's European. I must get that information. I should have had it to hand. It's very creative, though. really creative the way that it's done. Just across the road there is that laneway that you saw, Tina, where we walked. Here we go. And you have no idea how much I hate being in front of a camera. Okay, so now, as promised, I said I would show you the sky as the sun begins to rise. Let's go. Here we go. It's very hazy today. Look at this side, but it's trying to see how much you can see. There we go. That's not bad. And for those who haven't seen it, there's our view. We've seen thunderstorms and fireworks from this balcony so far, and some pretty lovely skies. Okay, now, my Keklop Sea Temple under lights tour. The recording was corrupted. I don't know how or why. So I'm going to do a screen share, cross my fingers, and hope that this all works, of my video editor. So everyone, this is winging it. All right, so let's see how we go. I'm going to remove everything else that we don't need from our studio. So get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'm going to attempt to do a screen share. So you're going to see probably first up, oh, how do I do this? All right, give me a sec. I go full screen there, and then I go across to this, oh dear. Let's go back to, I'm really sorry this has happened, everyone. This was working and now it's not. So I might have to, all right, let's see. So we've come to Keklop Sea Temple, which is this beautiful temple here, but it's closed, so we can't get in there. We have heard that it's lit up at night, just for a couple more days for Chinese New Year. So let's see. We're having real trouble with this. This is looking like it might be a dud. So I am going to have one more try. This is because I've done the video editing. I've exported it all out as a recording. The recording looked fine. And then when I tested it 5 minutes before I went to air this morning, after having just got up, it all didn't work. Now I'm going to give one last go at trying to see it from the video editor. And but if this fails, this could be a very short tour, guys, and I might just have to upload it to YouTube and send you the link. So I'm going to have one more shot at it. Let's see if I can get this to work. Very embarrassed right now. Very embarrassed. What about this one? Window. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to share that. And now I need to go start play. It's definitely still beautiful from the outside. Apparently inside that pagoda on the left is a 99-foot statue of the Goddess of Mercy. Are you seeing it in full screen? That's my question. I'm not sure if you are. Let me know in the chat if you're seeing a working video and if you're seeing it full screen. Because when I switch between my browser and the video editor, all I see is the workspace. It's not working, is it? No. Okay. All right, let's not waste any more time on that. I'm really, really sorry. That's just not working. So change this stop sharing. Close that. Wow. I'm really disappointed in that. I'm really and embarrassed and so apologetic. Um, I am going to upload that to YouTube, and I'm going to share that with you as just as a link to a recording. It's really beautiful. It's definitely worth seeing. So if yeah, are you all in the Going Places Virtually group? I'm glad I had that extra material. Otherwise, we would have been just sitting here twiddling our thumbs, wouldn't we? So, okay, what's coming up? 2 days from now, I am presenting the Thai Buddha Temple. Coincidentally, I mean, I already had this in planning. Then Matt went off to Thailand and he went to Bangkok and he did his Sleeping Buddha tour, which is magnificent. And if you haven't seen it, please go and watch Matt's tour from the Sleeping Buddha. It is superb. But here in literally a 15-minute bus ride from here, we have a Thai Buddhist temple with a sleeping Buddha, one of the largest in the world. So, and the site itself has a golden stupa and lots of other features. It's very beautiful. Thanks, Lethargy. Thanks, Mary Lou. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for the encouragement. So sad. It's so gorgeous. I'm just, as I said, I'm just going to have to upload it to YouTube and share it with you in my group and in Going Places Virtually. So on Friday, we're doing, that's Friday my time, probably Thursday evening your time. We're doing the Thai Buddhist temple, which is stunning. Right across the road from the Thai Buddhist temple is a Burmese Buddhist temple. They are both the most spectacular, absolutely spectacular sites. So 2 days after, I'm just about to schedule it this morning. 2 days after I do the Thai one, I'll be doing the Burmese one. So I literally walk from the Thai Buddha temple across the road to the Burmese Buddha temple, and I'll be holding those 2 days apart. And then, of course, I'm working on the footage for the skywalk and the funicular trip up to Penang Hill. So that's all video footage that I'm working on. Tomorrow is going to be really interesting, completely different, a break from temples. You just can't help it. There's so many temples here. I mean, you just, you know, we're going to get temple fatigue. I realise that. We've still got 2 more weeks here. I know we're going to get temple fatigue. Oh, look, we've got wildlife. We've got wildlife, guys. Hang on. Let me see if you. Oh, he ran away. Oh, I startled it. There was a little gecko on the wall of the balcony here. So tomorrow we're doing a sculpture trail. It's an amazing sculpture trail because it's completely different to anything I've seen before. And I think all the sculptures are made out of rebar, like the rods, the reinforcing rods, and they're painted black, and they've been formed into sculptures that tell the story of Penang. So there's really quirky caricature kind of images that depict stories. There's over 50 of them in total around Georgetown. And I managed to, or tomorrow, this is live, this is not a recording. Tomorrow, I'll be going into Georgetown, and I'm timing it, I hope, because it's Ramadan right now, I'm timing it, I hope, to get the first call to prayer from a really large mosque, and I'll start there. So that'll be in like the 5 minutes. If you get there early, that'll be like the 5 minutes before the actual tour start time. So I'm hopping on a bus, going into Georgetown. We get there at sunrise. There'll be a call to prayer, and then I go official start for the sculpture trail tour. You're going to love it. It's really, really interesting and fun. And it's also in an area called Love Lane. So I'm going to give you the background of why it's called Love Lane. There's a real mixture of sort of very simple eatery type places and a few sort of food stalls here and there. But there's also a bit of expat kind of establishments, restaurants. There's a Mexican, I think, from memory. So there's a bit of that interspersed into the culture, and tourists naturally because there's so many of them here, and also there's a more sort of a wealthier neighbourhood as well. So there's a real mixture going on in just a block, basically. So we're going to walk around the block, do a sculpture trail, and see what else is going on in the area. So I hope you can join me for that tomorrow morning. Okay, all right. I better get on and see what happened to my video and get it uploaded to YouTube for you guys. So once again, if you manage to get some nice postcards, I know I didn't give you a lot to work with. If you manage to get some nice postcards, I'd love you to share them. That'd be great. And thanks, Sarah. Yeah, and we'll meet again. We'll meet again about an hour later tomorrow. 7:30, I think I made start time. 3/4 of an hour later than my usual start time here. So join me tomorrow if you can. All right, guys. It's an early end. It's an early finish. You'll get an early mark. Great work. Gold star for everybody. All right. Thanks. Bye for now.